Answer a join.
Yeah, sure.
So you can start.
Yes, yeah. Hi, Ramakrishna.
Hi, sir. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah.
Can we start?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, Ramakrishna, can you start with a brief introduction of yourself?
Yeah, my name is Ramakrishna Pamarti. I am from Andhra Pradesh. I have 12 years of experience in accounting finance, and in SAP FICO I have 5 for 3 years experience. Yeah, I work in 4 companies. The latest company was Carbon Accounting Solutions. I work as a SAP consultant. Here I was in December 2015 to 2021 April. Yeah, before that company, I work in a Infosys as a SAP endorser. It's a reporting. Before that, I work in a Astra Building Solutions. It's a domestic company. Uh, Coming to Cognizant, in Cognizant, I work for 3 projects: 2 supporting project, 1 implementing project. In supporting project, I resolve the day-to-day issues raised by endorsers. And coming to implementation project, I yeah, I have knowledge on account payable, account receivable, P2P cycle, OTC, the process, and EBRS, and asset accounting. The indication part, FIS3 indication, and FIM indication. I also knowledge experience and cost and accounting, the profits and accounting, the little bit of the knowledge in the controlling side, the podcasting and COPA.
Okay, good. Okay, Ramakrishna, let's start from the beginning. Where do you come from? Are you from Andhra?
Yeah, Andhra Machilipatnam.
Oh, so and what's your basic educational qualification?
MBA Finance.
Okay, and where have you done your MBA from?
Godlavalli Engineering College, Godlavalli,
Okay, and when did you complete your MBA?
2008.
2008.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Yeah, and so after that, where did you join after that?
After that, I was joined in a D. Sridhar & Co. 2009. It's a IT company.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was your role?
My role as an accountant, initially joined as a paid assistant. We used to go for collections. We go to the client location. We have the 5 clients in Hyderabad, Big C mobile showroom, and different clients are there. We used to go to we collected the like restock forms, ROC forms, the PAN card preparations. Only I work as a collection of there. Sometimes what happened, we go to client location and we posted the like bills, whatever bills I was receiving them. We work there.
Okay. So how long you did this?
3 years there.
Oh, and after that, so that was from 2009 to 12.
Yes, yes.
Okay. After that,
After that, I work in Astra Building Solutions. The company is the head office is located in ECL Asia Nagar. It's a infrastructure company, infrastructure. They construct the railway machineries, railway stations and grounds like that. We have the 2 plants. One is Vadodara and one is Mahabubnagar plant. I was part of in the procurement team. The procurement team, I got the GRNs from plant. Plant used to courier the invoices to us, head office. In head office, we can cross-check the invoices with PO. There is any mismatches, inform to the plant head, make suggestions. We scrap we maintain the assets also in plant head. Yeah, and and make the payments to vendor.
did you use any software for doing all this?
Yeah, Tally we can use that.
Okay. You are using Tally for doing all this.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, after that I work in Infosys, Infosys People Limited, Pune location, Pune, Maharashtra. Yeah, there I was part of an R2R, record to reporting. We use the data daily cash and bank reconciliation, cash entry posting, and BRS reconciliations and recurring interest posting at month end, we reporting with that. There we can use that tool, SAP tool, then Cognos for reporting, Blackline tool for balance sheet account reconciliations.
Okay. So how long you did this?
2 years.
Okay. And then finally you, so how did you get into SAP?
In SAP, one of my brother and working in some other companies. I learned from him. Like when I was in Infosys, I have the individual knowledge there. Based on support from him, I learned SAP.
Okay. So when did you start your SAP career?
2015 December.
Okay. And which company you joined?
Cognizant.
So you were on the rolls of Cognizant
Yeah, yes, yes.
as an SAP consultant.
Yes, yes.
Oh, sure. So now let's start from there. If I just go there. And so which was your first project after joining Cognizant?
It's a post node.
What is, yeah, can you tell me more about what is this post node? What do they do?
Yeah, post node, it is located in Sweden.
Okay.
In Sweden location, they are operating the business in the total Nordic area, Sweden, Denmark, Finland. The main business is focused on they're selling the stamps and postal covers. Totally postal company.
Okay.
They're selling stamps, covers, e-commerce business, and as well as they're doing involved in transporting also. They're the business.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how big was your team?
We are 15 members in it. In there.
And how many FICO consultants were there?
4 members. In it.
Okay. So what was your role? How was the work divided between 4 of them?
There are 4 of you working, and some people are working in integration part. Some people are working in the FI. Some people in the controlling.
What was your role?
My was in the FI role is there.
Okay. In FI, what all the GL, AP, AR, state, everything, or again some models were there?
Yeah, in FI, I was in payable receivable is there.
Okay. And this was what? This was the support project.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So typically, what kind of issues were there on a day-to-day basis? What issues customers faced?
Technically, the issues happen like when you make the payment in APP program, they are making the payment is not done properly due to some vendor blocks. Open the management is not activated, and sometimes we are doing they get on the runtime error. Yeah, sometimes want the customizing the reports. They approach them there.
Yeah, so Ramakrishna, before that, tell me something. Was the team structure divided into L1, L2, L3 kind of a setup? That
Yes. We are using the solution manager ticketing tool. In solution manager, we get that tickets from users. My team leaders agreed that we have to ticket the mail like water ticket P1, primary 1, primary 2, primary 3. In primary 2, 3 are supported. In primary 1, we have maintained the SLAs as per service and agreement. Wish to analyze and resolve the issues. For a primary 1, SLA is for 1 to 2 hours. A primary 2 tickets for the 1 day. For 3 for the based on the 2 3 days. Based on that, we work on that.
okay, so this was more from the what do you call, is that urgency or severity?
Yeah, based on the agency, what we agree, or seniors, what we agree with client.
Yeah, that is okay. That is the urgency part. I'm talking about the complexity. Did you divide again it from complexity perspective? That less complex will be handled by a junior person, then it will go to some senior person. Something like that was there. That structure was there.
Yeah. It was happen. I have one scenario happen is one where the customer facing the issue with the vendors payment clearing, at month end. At month end, like user is the concern. I want to clear the actually there are 100 line items in vendor account. The month end is going on. And date of books will be closed. The user is the issue. I want to clear all 100 line items. We said that actually we can clear the vendor items in dash 44 with each line item, but there is no time. The books going to close. User asked me what you do the suggestion. In that case, I try to the result issue is I suggest him the in update 44 also there is a one option you can the select the other account. In other account we can do the mass clearing. In mass clearing, if you clear all the open items, the system will generate the only one document for all items. But client asked me that no, for that one each payment line we want one document. At the point of time, once again I check into F.13 the mass clearing also. In F.20 once also we got the some errors. The point of time I need support from my team leader. The suggested client. Yes.
Yeah, I got it. Okay. Another thing I wanted to understand is, so you had only support issues, or there were enhancement change requests also?
Yeah, enhancement issue only there.
No, so if assuming the customer is asking for something, say for example they are asking for a report change, they want a couple of extra columns in the report, or they raise an issue and then you realize that this is the change. For example, they want some validation in the transaction.
Yeah, yes. Yeah.
So how did you differentiate and how did you handle both? Say normal support issues, like you said, that somewhere probably a vendor is blocked or something else, then you will give the resolution that this vendor is blocked, that is the reason you are not allowing.
Yes.
But assuming they are asking, so what was the approach? How did you handle different types of issues? One with normal support issues versus the changes?
Yeah, changes also is there that the customer wants to the different report from the standard report, existing reports. In that case, we get the data from the vendor, like what type of reports you want. For example, in our business, we have in customer level report, ABL5N, they want to add to some one line items. In line items, we can check the tables like KNA1, KNB1 table transaction level. They want to add line. For example, their business stand with the selling the postal covers with different retail customers, retailing areas. Like retailing customer, there is no the person not there. We have to maintain the reference number for each reference number for the location area. Based on that, they want that is the requirement. In that case, we can prepare the data and in function specification template we maintain the deadlines and we take the approvals, and based on that we press to evaporate. Then
and for Krishna, even for these changes also you use the solution manager?
No.
No, so was it happening through mails or there was another system for tracking all these change requests, the approval, effort submission, approvals, all those things?
Approvals are happen by the business manager will get the send the mail to make this done. That we take it all mail communication.
Okay, all right. Yeah, so that is one thing. Now, second part is I want to understand what kind of documentation you prepared for say a normal standard issue. I am assuming you will give a solution and updating solution manager. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay, and if it is a change request, assuming a new report is to be developed, it has been approved. So now what kind of documentation you would prepare?
Actually, we have maintained a standard template, the function specification template. In the template, we maintain the all approvals, what are the timelines, who is participated in this process, what is the developer name, what is the consultant name, what is the how many hours it will take to consolidate, what is the lineups are required, what are the technical functional required. This is all the data we gathered and we document.
So this is done. You have got the approval. Okay, now you are supposed to start the work. So then which document you would prepare? Once you get the approval, which is the first document you prepare?
A change request to receive that.
No, not that way. Okay. I'm asking, did you prepare any functional specifications?
Yeah. We prepare percentage specification based on the gathering data. We inserted the data. We can prepare it, the template and maintain documentation for future purpose.
Okay. And who prepared the test cases?
My seniors will prepare the data.
Okay. Okay, so this is only for this project, or even now for your latest project also, there is another person who prepares the test cases, or you also know how to prepare test cases?
This project only that.
No, so what I want to understand is, Ramakrishna,
Yeah.
forget this project. In general, I'm assuming that you have prepared function specifications, right?
Yes.
Have you prepared test cases?
Yeah, test cases, like once we convert that, the document will send to developer. Once configured all the document, all program is right there. Then the developer will inform us like what I have done. Can you check it one? Once get the mail from developer, we have to test it like whether it is working or not in our quality server. Once it
That's what
works,
I'm asking. For
yeah.
testing, did you prepare any test cases for doing the testing?
No, not at all.
Okay. So based on your understanding, you will test it and say yes or okay or not.
Yes, okay. I'll check with
But
users.
you did not document the results. Like this is how I conducted the test. I created a few account group. I created 3 accounts. I mapped 2 account groups. Then I did the validation. So that documentation you did not.
Yeah, we have, we can maintain that button. Like you want to say that the status of that the documentation for feature reference, like how we did, like what are the approvals, like where you went gone.
No, that is okay.
Yeah.
Another thing is now you have done the testing. This is found okay. Then you will ask the customer to do the testing, right?
Yes, the customer will do the in production server.
UAT.
Yeah, UAT. Yes,
okay, so for that, at least did you share any template that this is how customer is supposed to do the testing? Was there any template for that, test plan, test cases, anything was there?
Yeah, we suggest to user, but we can't show to user. Only we can't disclose. We can't disclose any our technical templates and all. We can only like once data is loaded, like setting them properly. We inform to the users. We can check it once what data is required. Then we only guide him, whoever user is there.
Always. Okay. So this was in Cognizant. So you are how long you work with Cognizant?
5 years.
Are you still working with Cognizant?
No, still not working. In the month of April 2021, I left on Cognizant due to my mother health issues. Currently, I am not working.
No problem. And another thing is, to what extent you are comfortable with costing? I mean, have you worked on product costing? I saw you have mentioned your knowledge, but have you worked on product costing?
I have not worked on the podcasting, but only I have knowledge and not hands-on experience. Knowledge and podcasting.
Okay, that is also okay. Now, Ramakrishna, another thing is you have worked on New.jl, right?
Yeah, New.jl concept I work on that.
Okay. So I will give you a scenario. I want you to suggest to me the org structure. Okay, for this particular requirement. Okay. Yeah. So there is one company in Bangalore, and they have 3 different businesses. This is an IT company.
Okay.
They have offices in India and in US.
Okay.
And this IT company, and they have 3 different businesses. One is into SAP. One business focuses only on SAP. Another business focuses on infrastructure management. Okay, servers, networking, security, all that stuff. And third business is into application development and maintenance, ADM.
Okay,
something similar to what Cognizant and Infosys, they do majority of their work from application development.
Okay.
So, and there are 3 people responsible for these 3 businesses.
Okay.
Then in addition to these three businesses, there are three more departments. One is account department, one is admin department, third is HR department.
Okay.
These departments are common.
Okay.
And they cater to the remaining three departments, the businesses. And there is one common MD. There is one managing director who is responsible for the overall company.
Okay.
Okay. So one company under that three businesses plus three more supporting departments. This is the overall, and they have office in India as well as in the US.
Okay.
So in SAP, if I want to define the org structure, starting from directly from the top, from the company code, how will you suggest this? What structure you can suggest?
First, we can identify the location is, for example, the business operating in India.
Right.
The head office location is, example, in Hyderabad. We can meet the company. Based on the company, we can analyze we can suggest to the business areas, like what are the operating the business. One is SAP business, one is application business, one is unknown business. Infrastructure. If three business comes under this one company. We assign the business areas to business company code. Under the business area, we can add the different departments: account department, purchase department, something, HR department. For all this one, we can give the each department. We can maintain the profit center. Each department, for example, SAP. The HR department one profit center, and the admin department one profit center, other department one profit. Based on the profit center, the management will come to the reporting purpose where the business operating, how they getting the business, like which area they getting the more business, which area they are the lack of the profit at month end. They get the reported based on the profit center equalization while activating the
Okay, I got it. But in the first place, how many company codes should be there? One or two?
One company code.
For India, no, I'm talking about the overall business. India and US put together, can there be one company code?
No. In the country level, can be the one business company.
Okay. Ramkrishna, I'm done there. No problem. That was the answer I was expecting. Okay. Yeah. So sure. So this is another. The last thing is about how comfortable you are with asset accounting.
Asset accounting, I have knowledge on that. I work on asset accounting. There, the configuration and.
Okay. So you can manage day-to-day support on asset accounting also in addition to API.
Yeah, APL that like while configuration the asset the committee asset accounting, we can maintain the copy reference out of depreciation.
I think you have mentioned something about the work you have done in asset accounting. Did you mention anything about capitalization? Is it there in your profile? I saw it somewhere.
Capitalization asset like yeah.
No, have you worked on asset accounting or you have knowledge?
I have worked on asset accounting.
Okay. I think that is good enough. No problem. Okay. So Ramkrishna, I am done from my side.
Yeah.
What I'm going to do now, I will discuss this internally, and then I think someone from my office will be in touch with you. And we will, I think, arrange a customer round probably as early as, I'm not sure about tomorrow. Whether you are working, they are working, because tomorrow is a holiday.
Okay.
But as early as possible, we'll try to arrange a call with the customer also.
Okay.
So anyway, I'll share my feedback now internally. I think either today, tomorrow, you should expect a call from our office.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for giving the opportunity. Thank you. More asset accounting, how the different depreciation and maintain the scrapping of asset. Much more about it.